Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this really simple and quick tote bag. So you want to get the ends of both balls of yarn, line them up, and we're going to work with both strands of yarn at the same time throughout the whole bag. So you want to make a slip knot, insert your crochet hook, pull tight, and then we want to chain 28. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and because we're working with 2 strands of yarn, you want to make sure that you've always got 2 on the hook, because it's very easy to just pick up 1 strand like that, but you always want to make sure you're going around both and pulling through. And we're going to repeat that until we've got 28 chains. Once you have your 28 chains, it should look something like this. We are then going to half double crochet into the second chain from hook. So 1, 2, going into that second one, we want to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over again and pull up a loop. So now we've got 3 loops, and make sure you're not counting the 2 strands of yarn as 2 separate loops. So you want to do 1, 2, 3. That's the 3 loops. You want to yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and we're going to repeat that in each stitch across. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and keep repeating that until you reach the end. And in the final stitch we will do an increase of 3, so I'll show you how to do that once you've got to that point. After your first row of half double crochet, it should look something like this, and in the final stitch we are going to do 3 half double crochets into that same stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop and go through 3, and then repeat that twice more, making sure you go into the same stitch. And this makes it easier for us to turn around because we're now going to half double crochet on the opposite side. So we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch and go all along until you reach the final stitch. The final stitch, we are doing 3 half double crochets into that stitch. 1, 2, 3. And that is the first round complete. So we now want to do a half double crochet into the next stitch, and this is the first stitch of each round, so we want to place a stitch marker in that stitch. We're now going to do 27 half double crochets, and then when we reach this end of our work we're going to do an increase. Once you've done 27 half double crochets, 28 if we're including the first stitch that we did of the round, we are going to do an increase in the next stitch. So just put 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in each of the next stitches until we reach the final stitch of the round. And in that stitch we'll do another increase of 2. For the next round we're doing 29 half double crochets, so 1 half double crochet in the next 29 stitches, and then in the 30th stitch we're doing an increase and then we'll do 1 half double crochet in each stitch, and then when we reach the last stitch of the round we'll do another increase. So we'll do our 29 half double crochets first, 1 half double crochet, make sure to put your stitch marker in the first stitch of each round, and now we're going to do another half double crochet until we reach that 30th stitch. You now want to do 1 increase, so 1, 2, and then a half double crochet in each stitch until we get to the final stitch of the round, and then in the last stitch do your increase, in the next round we're going to do 30 half double crochets, and that should leave us to this corner. So half double crochet in each stitch. After your half double crochets we're going to do another increase, and then we are going to do a half double crochet in each stitch until we reach the final stitch, and again do an increase in that final stitch. In the last stitch do your increase, so it should now look something like this. And if you want your bag to be bigger, you just keep increasing in the same way, so just making sure you increase at the edges. We're going to stop here and we're going to start working up the body of the bag. Now we've finished our rows of increases, we are going to do a half double crochet in each stitch around, but we are going to do it in the back loop only. So if you see your work, you can see each stitch looks like a little V. We're going into the back stitch. So the front stitch is the one that's facing you, the back stitch is the one that's further away from you. We're only going to do our half double crochets into that back stitch. So you want to do this stitch exactly the same, yarn over, insert your hook into the back stitch only. So we're inserting it in here. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, so you've got 3, yarn over, pull through all 3, and you can see the front loop has been left. Place your stitch marker into your first stitch, and we're going to repeat that all around, this time having no increases. So we're going to yarn over, insert the hook into that back stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3, making sure you're only going into the back stitch. So you've got your front stitch here, your back stitch here, and we're only going into that back stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into the back loop only, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And you'll know if you're doing it right because you can see that the front loop has been left. It should look something like this. So you can see there's a line where we've only gone into the back loops, and your work is also starting to have an edge, so it's now curling up at the sides. And now we're going to do a half double crochet into both loops like normal, and we're going to do that around the whole row, and we're going to repeat that until we've got the desired height for our bag. So I'll put on the screen how many rounds of half double crochet in each stitch, and once you've reached that amount of rows we will start making the handle. Okay, so once you've done your 20 rows of half double crochet, your bag should look something like this. So what we're going to do now is the handles. So we've got our red stitch marker, which marks the first start of each round. 8 stitches across, I've placed a green stitch marker, and then 11 stitches, I've put another green stitch marker. Then I've left 20 stitches and placed a stitch marker, and again another 11 stitches and placed a stitch marker. On these stitch markers, this is where our handle will go up and then join again. And then again, there's 20 stitches in between on this side. So we are going to do a half double crochet in each stitch up until the second green stitch marker. So we can skip this one for now and just half double crochet over it. So we'll do 1, and we're now about to do another half double crochet into that stitch marker. So this will be 18 half double crochets. You can now take that stitch marker out. And to make the handle for this side, we're going to do 50 chains. So we're going to just chain 50 times. I've now done my 50 chains. So with this bag, it should sit just underneath your armpit. If you want your bag longer, if you want to make a crossbody bag, just make this chain longer. So now you want to make sure that the chains aren't twisted. We're going to do a single crochet into the next stitch marker. So just insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through both loops, and that has attached our handle to the other side of the bag. Now you want to do a half double crochet in each stitch up until the next stitch marker, and then do a half double crochet into that green stitch marker, pull out the stitch marker, and do 50 chains exactly like on the other side. Once you've done your 50 chains, again make sure that they're not twisted, and then we are going to single crochet into the green stitch marker. So skip the red stitch marker because that's the first start of the round, we can ignore that. We're going to single crochet into the green stitch marker, and now we're going to do a half double crochet. You can remove this stitch marker here and also remove the first stitch marker that we had, and we're going to place our stitch marker now in this half double crochet that we just did, and this will mark the start of a new round. So now we're going to do a half double crochet all the way up till the other handle, once we've got our half double crochets up to this handle, we are going to do a single crochet in each chain stitch of the handle. So each chain we're going to do a single crochet under those 2 V's like this, do a single crochet and do this all along the chain. and this is just making the chain thicker and sturdier. So this is a bit fiddly. What I usually do is turn the chain on the side and you're going into that hole. So put your hook in. If it's a bit tight, just use your thumb to push over the stitches. And then do your single crochet. Once you have single crocheted in each of the 50 chains, it will look something like this. So now we're going to do a single crochet into the next stitch, and then a half double crochet in each stitch until we reach the handle. And now we've reached the handle, we're going to do a single crochet in each chain like we did on the other side. Once you've done your 50 single crochets in the chain, we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then for the final round we are going to do a half double crochet in every stitch, including the handle stitches. So just do one half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. And then you get to the handle and just continue to do a half double crochet. Once you've done your half double crochets all around, you're just going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch. Cut your yarn, pull tight, and then all we need to do now is weave in our ends. And this is the finished tote bag.